Do you know what I asked JoJo? I asked her, I said, where's your sister at? And do you know what she told me? Mommy and Daddy don't want me to tell you what happened.
Jackson Township Police.
Hi, yes, I need some help.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't find my daughter.
What's your daughter's name?
Ashley.
Okay, how old is she?
5. She just turned 5.
Okay, sir, what's your name?
Liang Zhao.
Okay, and you're at Ames?
Dang, yeah.
When's the last time you seen her?
This afternoon, probably.
Around what time?
3, maybe 4. Yeah, I mean, she was there sleeping. I mean, you know.
Where was she sleeping at? In the restaurant?
Yeah. She was sleeping there, and I picked up my older daughter from school. We all saw her sleeping there. So, and you know, we went to work, and you know, we let her sleep. We got busy, and then after it got busy, you know, we started cleaning up, and then you know, we opened the door, and she's not here.
None of your employees have seen her?
There's only 2 of us, just myself and my wife. There's nobody else in the restaurant.
Jackson Township Police Department officers head to Ang's Asian Cuisine, where the caller, 34-year-old Liang Zhao, his wife, 29-year-old Ming Chen, and their eldest daughter, 6-year-old JoJo, are waiting for them. Liang and Ming direct officers to the sleeping nook, where they left their 5-year-old youngest daughter, Ashley, to nap while they worked. It's near the back exit door. Officers examine the area, looking for signs of an intruder, but there's no evidence to substantiate that theory. Did Ashley wake up and wander outside alone in the freezing temperatures? Unfortunately, with no security cameras on site, there's no way to know exactly what happened. What police do know is they have to act fast. Jackson Township PD immediately issue a statewide endangered child alert and enlist other law enforcement agencies to aid them in their search. They also flood area TV stations, news outlets, and businesses with Ashley's picture and information, hoping someone will recognize her.
Ang's Asian Cuisine on Portage Street Northwest is the last place 5-year-old Ashley Zhao was seen at about 5 p.m. on Monday when she went to take a rest. According to authorities, when her mother went to wake her at 9:30 last night, she was gone. In a statewide advisory about the endangered child, the state attorney general says there is no evidence she was taken, but she is considered to be in danger.
That morning, as the search for Ashley continues, authorities bring Liang and Ming down to the station for questioning. As a teenager, Ming immigrated to America. English isn't her first language, so a translator is present for her interview.
Okay, so we were trying to figure out yesterday the timeline of what happened, and where were we?
Okay, so she told us yesterday that her husband had just picked up JoJo from school and come back to the restaurant. So if you can explain to her, tell us what happened after that.
My husband picked up JoJo, and JoJo, you know, very nice to me, you know, very close to me. And every single time when she came back to her shop, and we will hug, and I'll go back door to, you know, hug her. And then we saw Ashley there.
At the back door of the restaurant.
No, at the sleeping up. We call it sleeping up.
She's on the bed?
She's on the bed.
At the restaurant.
At the restaurant.
Okay. And that was when JoJo came home from school.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then I'll go look. Go you know, take out the phone, cook, and eat the food to the cutlass. Just keep doing that. And I can go back actually because nothing happened that before.
Right.
So instead we go home, we finish everything, and we saw her missing. You
went home and realized she was missing?
No, when when we finish the everything work, okay, at the restaurant.
Closing.
Yeah, when we close it and we go, we want to put her check out, okay, let her up and then go home. And we saw her not there. And my husband go outside to find
That's
her.
weird.
And I'll tell Jojo.
That's weird as fuck.
I thought Ashley living in the bathroom. I told Jojo go to the bathroom to check Ashley there. No, Jojo told me no. And me and then Jojo go outside to find Ashley too. But when we came back, the back door will be locked. We can't go inside, and I just touched the door. And then my husband opened the door for me, and then he got a phone, and I asked him, "What are you doing?" They call the police now.
What do you think happened to Ashley?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to Ashley because we didn't see her coat, jacket, and the shoes there. I don't want to say anything about that because I don't know. I think maybe she go outside by herself. I don't know, but I think when someone just the bed or open the bed door, I will saw. I didn't.
You don't think somebody came in there?
I don't think so.
Has Ashley ever done that before?
She tried to open the door a few times, and then I add her and then let her come back. Don't do that anymore because when you go outside without mommy and daddy, you got missing. No more mommy and daddy. When like Jojo tried to go to the front door a few times, and we told her like that too. And she okay, don't go outside without a mommy and daddy.
Ming Ming's story is consistent with what she and her husband told detectives last night at the restaurant. However, when their daughter Jojo spoke with detectives, she made a comment that struck detectives as odd.
Do you remember when I come to the restaurant? I come in last night. Remember when you guys called us? I was there. Because I brought you and Jojo back, talked to her. Remember that? When I brought you guys back here, that gentleman talked to her for a little bit?
Yeah.
Remember when I talked to her alone in the restaurant?
Jojo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that when I said, can I talk to her alone for a few minutes? And you guys let me up front? Do you know what I asked Jojo? I asked her, I said, where's your sister at? And do you know what she told me? Mommy and Daddy don't want me to tell you what happened.
No way.
Jojo's comment last night compelled authorities to perform another search of the restaurant. Earlier this morning, officers made a sickening discovery. Inside the walk-in freezer, they found Ashley's lifeless body. She had been stuffed into a storage bin and covered in salt.
We found Ashley
Where?
in the restaurant.
What?
In the restaurant. Yes.
So we're trying to make me. She's dead. She's dead in your restaurant, honey. That's where she's at. Found her. Dead.
She acting
Ming
dumb
Ming.
as fuck.
You know what happened yesterday. You do.
Why I know?
Because you're her mother. Because you were with her.
She definitely was abusing
You know
her.
what happened yesterday. Okay? So we
Oh
can
my
keep
God.
playing this game. But you know what happened. And we need to figure out what happened.
I only can say I saw her sleeping on the bed.
She gonna keep lying. She gonna keep lying, bitch. She acting
Ming
dumb
Ming.
as fuck.
Discovery. Inside the walk-in, perform another search of the restaurant. Jojo's comment last night compelled authorities to perform another search of the restaurant. Earlier this morning, officers made a sickening discovery. Inside the walk-in freezer, they found Ashley's lifeless body. She had been stuffed into a storage bin and covered in salt.
We found Ashley
When?
in the restaurant.
In the restaurant. Yeah.
We're trying to make Ming. He's dead. He's dead in your restaurant, honey. That's where she's at. Found her. Dead.
She
And
acting
Ming
dumb
Ming.
as fuck.
You know what happened yesterday. You do.
Why I know?
Because you're her mother. Because you were with her.
You got, she definitely was
You
abusing
know
her.
what happened yesterday. When?
JoJo's comment last night compelled authorities to
Canton. And then we can find her last night. Do you think your husband did something to her? No? Do you think he had anything to do with it? How about JoJo? Do you think JoJo had something to do with it? Are you sure?
Of course not.
Why?
Because JoJo's kids.
Really?
What happened to your daughter?
Which one, Joe?
Ashley?
Ashley.
You're not even crying. I can't. Why?
She said which
Because
one?
I can't.
How you gonna ask
I don't
which
have
daughter?
any.
What the fuck is wrong with you, shorty?
What is anymore?
Okay. What happened to her? How did she end up dead in your restaurant? Where's Ming Ming? You do get it. You do get it because she's dead. Your daughter is dead, Ming Ming. She's dead. She wasn't on the couch. She wasn't on the bed. She's dead in your restaurant.
While Ming Ming issues one denial after another, her husband Liang says he's ready to come clean.
What happened?
He's ready to come clean.
Yesterday morning, we
He had something to do with it?
we prepped JoJo for school. I took JoJo to school. I came back. When I came back, my wife was very angry with Ashley because she peed on her diaper and she pooped on her diaper. I know this doesn't sound like a big deal, but she's 5 years old and she's not potty trained. And my wife got angry and hit her head on the carpet, to the ice. And eventually she was breathing. She was still breathing then. And you watch, you see your wife do it? There. Okay.
So, right there, she wasn't breathing?
No, she was breathing. She was breathing. And I don't know. It's like, okay, so she's okay.
Was there any blood or anything?
No.
So, how long did she lay on the floor?
After hitting the carpet,
Yes.
2 to 3 minutes, to make the exact sound. That was much longer than that. We actually took her to the bathroom because she was vomiting. We took her to the bathroom and she vomited.
After he and Ming Ming cleaned Ashley up, Liang says they laid her back down on the floor.
And then we let her sit there for a while. Then I noticed that she was breathing really again. So when I thought she was breathing regularly, and then checked her, and then I realized that she couldn't stop. Her heart's gonna stop. And that's why I started getting precious. I did it for a while. But then we started panicking. We didn't know what to do. First thing that came to my mind was, I'm gonna lose JoJo, and my family's gonna fall apart.
And kind of did
JoJo's at school.
you or your wife tell each other to call 911?
We talked about it, and
I don't know what.
she says that, we're both afraid. We're both afraid of what's gonna happen if we call.
Okay.
We're afraid of them with our daughter, we're gonna lose our family, the restaurant, the house, that we're getting everything in our lives. That's, that we worked so hard for the past 6 years. It's just gonna be gone.
Instead of calling 911,
Brazen.
Liang says he and Ming Ming came up with a plan, and it involved JoJo.
After a while, we decided, both of us, I don't know exactly came up with what, but, she bring her to the restaurant so Jojo can see her. You know, at the room that she was normally in, she sleeps in there. So Jojo would see that she's sleeping there and can verify it. And, you know, she's sick, so and even if she asked her to take a polygraph, ask the 6-year-old to take a polygraph, but the 6-year-old wouldn't lie like that. And so we didn't want Jojo to lie, so we want Jojo to see Ashley there. Okay.
Liang says they put Ashley's body into their car and drove from their home to the restaurant.
And we got her inside, and we just laid her there. And we just continued our work. The plan was for Jojo to come on and see her there to verify that she's there, and then I would hide her up in top of the walk-in freezer. And then when we called the police at night, Jojo could verify that she was there. So.
How long did you leave Ashley laying in the bed?
I got the restaurant at 10 till about
With a body in there?
6 or 7. Okay.
Damn, bro, your own daughter, fam.
She was lying there. Jojo saw her. You know, she said she can't help the difference between someone that's no longer breathing and someone sleeping.
You could actually cook and serve meals while your daughter was laying there
Yes.
and put on business as usual.
Yes.
What were your plans to do after maybe we quit looking for her? What were you gonna do?
We don't really know.
What the
3 days,
fuck?
I burn it, bury it, or throw it in the ocean.
Your own daughter,
If
fam.
you put it in the ocean, the guys would watch it back. If you bury it, wild animals can get at it, so find it. If you burn it, there's a chance that someone's going to see you because it's got to be a big flame. You're not going to do it during the day, you got to be doing it during the night. So when you're burning a big flame at night, someone's going to see you. We thought about all of this. And honestly, we wasn't really too sure on what to do after that.
With Liang's confession on record,
Bro, that is unbelievable.
investigators doubled down on Ming Ming.
You know, we don't have to sit here and yell back and forth at each other.
I need to talk to my husband, please.
I'll see what I can do about it. Talk to your husband, okay? Well, why don't we get all this stuff done first? Why don't I already know you know what happened, Ming Ming. I want you to tell me.
No, what do you want me to say?
I'm not gonna tell you what you want me to say. I'm telling you.
If you
I
want
want to
me
know
say
what
that,
happened to your daughter.
I don't know. If you want me to say something, okay, I'll say something.
We're not gonna do that. I want you to tell me what
I
happened to your
just
daughter.
want with my husband.
Ming Ming, I want you to tell me what happened to
I
Ashley.
don't know. How can I tell you?
Ming Ming shuts down, but Liang keeps talking. He says Ming Ming's wrath towards Ashley began long before her death.
She has problems with Ashley because we got her when she was born. We didn't raise her. My mom raised her.
Okay.
For 4 years, and then we got her back into the book, so she's 5.
Why didn't you raise Ashley yourself?
Oh, I was running a restaurant. I couldn't really take care of everything, so I naturally could trust my mom, you know, to raise my daughter.
When did the abuse start with your wife and Ashley?
About a little bit after a month after she arrived. In the beginning, it was not that bad. It was like discipline, you know, trying to correct her, you know, like got her potty in the toilet, you know, stuff like that, minor stuff. And the thing with Ashley was that she still doesn't know to potty in the bathroom. So that really gets my wife going because we have her for a year now. She still can't. She's still not potty trained.
Well, would she twist her arm? Would she kick her? Would she hit her? What happened?
Pretty much all of it, you know, twist her arm, kick her a couple of times in her head before on the carpet like that, and she comes out of it.
How many times would you say she's done that to her?
4 maybe.
Did you ever tell her she needs to knock it off?
I tried that.
She needs to stop?
I tried that, and she knows. She knows she needs to stop, and I tried, but in the beginning, it seems like the more I try, it depends on the situation. Like if she's at that time where she's feeling that anger, and I tell her to stop, she gets even more angry.
Liang insists Ming never abused their older daughter, Jojo. It was Ashley who suffered the brunt of her mother's rage.
Why didn't you ever report the abuse to law enforcement?
I was worried. I was scared that I was going to take my wife away. And both myself and my wife.
You protecting your wife, a grown-ass woman, over your kid?
Ashley wasn't sent away, but we could have sent her my mom.
Nice.
My mom will raise her like this again. So the plan was to send her to my wife's mom in China eventually. I was just hoping that, it would come to this before we sent her away. And it will give my wife some time to balance out.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Do you know what's going to happen to my wife? I mean, I understand she's going to get locked up, but is it like a regular jail?
Nigga, you better get locked up too.
Institutionalized.
You're an accessory, nigga.
Regular jail.
I mean, it would just go to the regular jail.
It has to go through court and everything.
Are we talking like decades or years?
I can't be honest with you, I'm not sure. We need to talk to our prosecutor,
Nigga, she gone. That's life.
and then we'll go from there.
Liang is placed under arrest and charged with complicity to commit murder and felonious assault. Police say he declines his wife's request to speak with him.
I talked to your husband, and the only thing that he said, I told him what you told me to tell you. He said he didn't want to talk to you.
You don't want to talk to me?
He said he just wants you to be truthful with us, and he was crying.
Can I talk to him a little bit?
I tried that, and he didn't want to do it. Okay?
No, that's not true.
All right, well, I think we're done then.
No, not like that, sir.
Ashley, here, listen. Ming.
Can you just ask me some questions? I can tell you the whole story.
Okay,
I can't.
Ming.
Because I don't know how.
What happened to Ashley? How she died?
I'll tell her.
You killed her?
Yeah.
Did you hit her?
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you hit her?
How?
Yeah.
You have hands to do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
How many times did you hit her?
I don't know.
What happened after she died?
After she will die,
Yeah.
just that.
Okay. And what you're telling me is the truth?
Yeah, it's the truth.
After Ming's confession, authorities inform her that Jojo will be placed with Child Protective Services.
I gotta tell you something right now, okay? Okay, you are under arrest, okay? For murder and for felonious assault. You understand that?
I don't think she understands for real.
You and I.
She's saying yeah, but like,
to my office. We got
she
people
look like she don't give a fuck.
And then after that, you'll be going out to the jail, okay? Do you have any other questions for me? Well, he's got some issues he's gotta deal with right now, okay? He's gonna be charged with some stuff too, okay?
Before Ming's led away, detectives get a flash of the animosity and resentment that led to Ashley's murder.
She needs diaper every single day. When she has a diaper on, that means she's not gonna let you know she need to go potty or go poop. She just pee, poop on the diaper. You guys tell me. I need to take care of everything from the restaurant. I only have 2 hands. I'm not 4 hands girl. I'm 2 hands. I don't want to do that to Ashley, but you can control yourself sometimes. If you do 1 time, that means you have 2 times. If you 2 times, that means you have 3 times. I don't want to do that.
Right.
But I can't. I can't control myself. A lot of stuff.
The following night, hundreds of people brave the cold and gather outside Ang's to honor Ashley's memory and mourn her death.
When
Kill
you
that
drive
little girl
by,
for
you
no
just
reason.
can't even fathom that something like that would happen to a 5-year-old child.
Patrons of the restaurant remember her as an incredibly smart, sweet child who loved to color.
I remember her running around the eatery, and she would just draw pictures and take them over to people.
Every time that we were here, she would be chattering away. When we came in, we were always greeted by a smile from her, and she especially loved children. Her eyes would light up when Maggie would come in.
Following her arrest, Ming Chen pleads not guilty to murder by reason of insanity. In September of 2017, Liang Zhao reaches a deal with prosecutors. He pleads guilty to multiple charges, including obstructing justice and abuse of a corpse. He's sentenced to 12 years in prison. In exchange, he agrees to testify against his wife. But his day on the witness stand never comes. 3 months later, in December of 2017, Ming pleads guilty to involuntary manslaughter, evidence tampering, abuse of a corpse, child endangerment, and obstructing justice.
Shit, demon, bro.
She is sentenced to 22 years in prison. Before she is led away, the judge addresses her, saying that children should be able to rely on their parents for love, safety, and protection. And in this case, I can't imagine the horror for your child, Ashley.
They put her in a freezer, bro. Wow. And try to and they showed their other daughter her dead body, trying to make it seem like she's asleep. Is unbelievable. Right, that is unbelievable. Yeah, the mom's a piece of shit. She deserved to be flushed in the toilet like a piece of shit too. They throw her life away. That's sad as fuck. That little girl didn't deserve that shit. Alright, I'm gonna end this shit. Start again.